Well, welcome back to the Subaru post-game show here from Adelaide. We're Facebook Living the video. We decided just to continue it on in a tough game before the heat today. Dan Vaughan, of course, it was that 2 spot in the first inning for the Adelaide Bite. They got those back-to-back doubles on Nick Field, which was trouble early for the Heat, and we proved to be the difference in the end, scoring those 2 runs, and then that was it. Only 2 runs off 5 hits for the Adelaides. And the Heat, they bounced back strong, but they just could only manufacture that 1 run. So a tough luck story again for the alcohol thing again per Heat.
Yeah, if you could just have a ball game go 8 innings and not take the first inning out, the Heat would probably be second place in this league right now. But unfortunately, the first inning has been a Waterloo all year. It's been a reoccurring problem. Simon and I have talked about it. You and Simon have talked about it. We've all talked about it. But the first inning has been a disaster for the Heat. It wasn't another one to get. We talk about this now that you look at time and time again, the line score, you look at Nick Field, he was great today. I mean, the 2 innings early, or 2 runs early, he was great behind it. And that's kind of been the story. Those early numbers, then they settle in, and that's been the case. And it was the case again here. And he dropped with those back-to-back doubles. That's the difference in the ballgame. The Heat also were 1 for 11 runners in scoring position. That also hurts today. Part of that also will go down to the fact that he was missing Matt Kennelly and Luke Hughes, who both were ejected after that 4th inning fracas that probably should never have happened, but it did, and they were ejected. No one from Adelaide was ejected, who clearly were out there as well, and that's frustrating as well. So you figure, give me one of those 2 bats in my lineup. Give me Luke or Matt there. I think the Heat probably tie it up at some point. They don't go 1 for 11 runners in scoring position, but again they did, and that's the story from here. And that's what's finally here.
And that's probably the big news was Matt Kennelly and Luke Hughes both ejected for the game. We'll go through that play once again on the Subaru Fielder's Choice post-game show. It was Derek Peterson, who was at third base, who was running home. Throw came back to Bastian. Now Derek Peterson was going to be out in that throw, but of course he's got the opportunity to slide.
But he also slides. He doesn't try to bowl him over. He slides.
So he slides and obviously hits
stops.
So he does everything legal within the game. And Bastian obviously tumbles because he's hit him reasonably hard, but again, it's all legal and above board. Then what happens is Derek Peterson's going to stand up, and Bastian just shoves him back to the ground, and that of course.
I mean, clearly shoved. It was just not like he clearly shoved him back down on his fanny. He was trying him up on his feet. He was sitting on his wallet, and that to me, how the umpire crew missed that? How they missed that is beyond me. How they not even look at that is beyond me.
And then Luke Hughes, of course, flying the flag for the Heat. He stormed out of the dugout, and he was the first one there, and flew the flag for the team. And of course, he was the man that got ejected. I'm not sure if he got ejected straight away. He then did come back out and sort of have some choice words.
Well, I think what happened too. Now we'll have to talk to Luke about this, but he was in the dugout. He came back out about 8 minutes later, or maybe 6 minutes later, because this conversation went on for quite a while. For about 5 minutes, the umpires talked. Steve Mintz kind of stood off to his side. Then Matt, after Mintz went away, Matt Kennelly was with the umpires along with Steve Fish and Josh Kennelly. That conversation went for about 5 minutes, and it didn't go well. And toward the end of the conversation, I believe they must have said, no, Luke's been ejected. That's when Luke came out and gave an earful to him, and Matt Kennelly was also ejected. I think Matt was ejected during that conversation. When he found out that Luke was being tossed, he's like, you know what, this is ridiculous, and they both were ejected. But no one from Adelaide who started the whole thing in the first place, which is amazing to me. And I guess you're on the short of the stick, that kind of thing happens. But it's a frustrating situation that the Heat got that bad taste here from Adelaide.
They could only manufacture a run in the 6th, though. The Heat, they had a runner in scoring position. They had the bag loaded as well at one stage as well. Couldn't quite get there, but in the end, it was the Adelaide Bite 2-1 victory. Now it's time for us, Dan Vaughan, to...
I want to give you guys, too, quickly the post-game. We were talking about the winning pitcher a moment ago in the break on the radio side, but Mosel did get the win. We weren't sure who would get the win. The bullpen for them did get the win. Chambers didn't go the 5 innings, so they went 4 to 3rd. Winning pitcher was Mosel. Fields at 1 and 4. Safer Van Mille is 6, and a final of 2-1 here from Adelaide.
Final from Adelaide as they ring out the music here as the Adelaide Bite go home and win it, also stay home and win this 3-1 series. Time for us to head just to the left of us, which is the airport, to fly back west, and we'll bring you more talking baseball on Wednesday night. We'll also bring you more baseball from Brisbane next weekend. But Paul Morgan and Dan Vaughan. Dan, it's been a pleasure to be on the road with you this weekend.
Enjoyed it, buddy. Look forward to having you come to Brisbane.